Well, good morning, folks. It's been a minute since I posted a video. I've been pretty busy doing a few things. I do have the Fix Laporte Road non-petition, non-legal, non-filed petitions ready. If you're a business owner and you're watching this and you would like to take part in helping to gather signatures, please shoot me a private message. Well, on to the next move. So I gotta say something. I don't do it very well. You know, it shows weakness when you're dealing with the oligarchy. You don't want to show too much weakness because, well, they're weak and they like to exploit whatever little bits they can. Which, boy, do I have some stories for you guys in private later, and some big videos later about the oligarchy during the election. You want to talk about tyranny and corruption? Wow, beyond what we even recognize. So anyway. Alton, Charles Sharp, Gretchen Floor, I am sorry. You were absolutely correct about one thing. The only way forward after talking to board member Nielsen of North Yuba Water District, probably one of the nicer people on the board who actually gives a shit about the community at this point in time. I know there's some other new people I'm not familiar with from back in the days when I was doing the district's dirty work. You're right, South Feather, though. Get back to it. My apologies. South Feather is the only way forward as far as a takeover. They're willing to sell North Yuba Water District irrigation customers $37, I believe it was, according to the Alliance newsletter and listening to a couple of other places where that news came out. $37 an acre foot. That's cheaper than BBID. We've got a fire burning in Camptonville. We've had a couple other fires start over there where those poor people want that water. North Yuba, as generous as South Feather's being, they won't come to the table. They're right. They need that piped. They need that piped. Hey, how much money are you guys making off the contractor kickbacks? Because if there's not financial incentive, if your constituents don't want it, and you're pushing it down their throat, well, that's what got us this 40 damn year feud to begin with up in Brownsville over people wanting to keep their wells even though they couldn't keep them, you know, because they didn't work with all the septics or whatever the hell, or maybe they did and they had to get rid of it anyway. All right, enough of that horse shit. South Feather takeover is the way to go. They've taken care of domestic customers. They take care of irrigation customers. They've got 2 reservoirs. And you know what? I think they'd make a better partner, not only for our community that simply wants some green zones so we don't have to spend money on hay for our animals. Maybe we can keep our animals and feed the locals, you know, really helped out during the pandemic. Or maybe you just want a nice green patch around you that you don't know what you're going to do with it yet, but you don't want to burn up and lose everything and maybe your lives and your family lives too. Now, I warned Representative Nielsen, North Yuba Water District Board member Nielsen and his lovely wife, who seems to be very opinionated, more so than Mr. Doug. Anyway, I go, how big of a forest fire do you want to rip through one of these areas that just simply want irrigation water to help save their family and their homes? How many of them, you want a bunch of people to get burned out and come after you with torches and pitchforks? Is that what you're looking for? Because I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. A bunch of people burn up and there's offers for water delivery on the table from South Feather. They don't want to hear it, folks. So they're not going to budge. They're not going to budge. The only way forward is for a South Feather takeover. Oh, and another interesting piece of information. What they use to talk to larger government entities about the quality and the happiness of service that they are providing, they're only servicing the addresses that pay the meter bills with these surveys that are used for higher purposes within getting funding from federal and state people, etc. So they're using statistical trickery to try to make themselves look better than they actually are. Boy, oh boy. I think that board's loaded down with a bunch of Democrats. Sorry, Democrat friends, but this is Republican country. You know that. You get pissed off about it. But Jesus, you know. I mean, a lot of these people, I know Director Hughes, for one, likes to bitch and complain about, you know, Democrats and how they're anti-patriot and all this other shit. Boy, they must be a bunch of Democrats based on their own definition. All right, folks, South Feather Water takeover. Sorry I haven't gotten those Fix Laporte Road initiatives out yet. I'm just busy, folks, you know. It's part of the thing. When John Messick threw his hat in at the last minute, I realized an honest dick might stand a chance against a lying POS like Oligarchy Bob. But an honest dick never wins unless the people are really pissed off, and a lot of you just want to go back to the way it was prior to the pandemic, and you just are done with this shit. I knew. An almost completely honest nice guy will always beat a completely honest dick. I do it by the numbers. I only raised money from my friends. Every fucking buddy I asked for money gave it to me. Thank you. I plan on fucking helping you out as we've helped each other out throughout the past. You know, that's why I did it that way. Basically, one of these three people asked me for money, I would gladly donate to their campaign or do what I could to help. In fact, I just repaid a favor to one of my friends, you know, just doing friendly stuff. We do it all the time. So look, I wasn't going to go out and be like Bob. You know, the writing was on the fucking wall. I wasn't going to spend 30 grand to lose. I would have been pissed. I would have flipped out. Inside, I would have flipped out if I would have spent 30 grand to lose to a guy who spent 20 and was poised to win it anyway. Now, some of my friends and the people who helped me with my campaign, they think I had a bigger shot. But look, I have to work to feed my family. John Messick's a pretty good candidate. I wouldn't have ran had he thrown his hat in the ring sooner, but I'd already spent like $1,200 to run. Do you think I'm just going to throw away $1,200 as a working class person? No. Anyway, South Feather takeover. It's something we got to look at. Have a good day. God bless you.